Hello, lovely people. I hope you're well. Welcome back to Combat Catch Up. We've got a lot to discuss this evening, but before I do that, let me introduce two legends, Luke Tanner and Jamie Phillips. As always, guys, please make sure you click the links in the description and go and subscribe to their channels. People, we are back to speak about combat. We're going to be speaking about Nate Diaz after his win over Jorge Masvidal in boxing. Darren Till is back in the headlines after his brawl goes viral. Sterling calls out Diego Lopes, and we have some mid-year awards to give out as well. Luke, Jay, how are you guys doing today?
Not too bad.
Yeah, not bad at all, to be fair. Not bad at all.
Not bad. Right, let's start with Stockton's, or I was going to say Stockton's favourite son, but possibly their second favourite son after his brother, Nick Diaz, who'll be fighting Vicente Luque very soon. Nate Diaz stepped into the boxing ring for the second time and fought Jorge Masvidal and picked up a unanimous victory. I don't know if you guys caught the fight. One of the scorecards had it 8-2 to Diaz. I had it 6-4 Diaz. I thought the result was the right one. I just didn't have it as a wide fight. I'll be honest. Going into the fight, I didn't think it'd be great. And technique, again, we're not watching Crawford versus Spence, for example, or Canelo. But in terms of entertainment, punch output, and actual heart, I think they did themselves proud. I don't know about you guys.
I think there were 1,400 punches thrown, I think, in that fight.
That's insane.
That is actually insane. I didn't see all of it. I saw bits of it. You know what? It's probably one of the better boxing fights you'll see this year.
Yeah. Have to rate him.
I don't know what that says about the rest of boxing when you've got Nate Diaz, Jorge Masvidal. It's probably one of the top 10 best boxing fights this year.
Yeah, it says a lot about the state of boxing. At the same time as well, it just goes to show that these two are your fighters. Say what you want about their record, say what you want about their lack of titles, etc. When it comes to just throwing down, whether it be in the ring, in the cage, or even in the street, we know these two come to fight every single time, no matter who is standing across from them. And for that, I say respect. However, I do want to ask you guys a couple of questions. Jay, I'm going to start with you. After the fight, Nate Diaz called out Conor McGregor and said he wants to do the trilogy, called out Leon Edwards and said he wants to fight him, and said some really, really good, nice things about Leon Edwards, which is refreshing to see. And also said he wanted to rematch Jake Paul and would probably step back into MMA. If you're advising Nate Diaz, would you recommend he stay in boxing or move back to MMA?
Retire.
Oh,
It's a terrible fighter. It's done. It's finished. He's fighting a really average fighter as well in boxing. It's just that Masvidal, I'm glad he lost. The most overhyped fighter I've ever seen in my lifetime.
No, not George.
Yeah, Ben Askren made him. Let's put it that way.
He knocked out Till as well, who we're going to speak about later.
Yeah, but he's shocking as well. I'm just like, just retire. I'm sick of it. He slaps people for a living. That's where he should go. Slap. That should be where he go.
No one's going to knock him out
because he doesn't punch. He slaps people. Go and do that.
Yeah, that's where they need to settle the trilogy, Jay.
Yeah, slap. Conor McGregor and Diaz and slap. There you go. I just don't think there's any money in Diaz in MMA anymore. I think for Diaz personally, if he wants to make a quick buck, just carry on boxing. The Jake Paul fight makes sense.
Yeah, it's going to say for money.
It's not. I think Diaz just gets absolutely destroyed in MMA now. People have, the evolution in MMA has gone past Nick, gone Diaz now. It's gone past him. So there's too many people that kill him. He's too old.
You don't think a trilogy fight with Conor would make money?
I don't want to see it.
You don't?
I don't want to see it. I don't even want to see Conor in the ring again. I've given up on it now.
So let's say, for example, Conor loses to Chandler, but he doesn't get destroyed. Let's say he loses 3 rounds to 2, and he gasses out a little bit in the 5th round, and Chandler just holds him down, doesn't do any damage, but he loses the fight 3 rounds to 2. You wouldn't want to see Diaz and Conor?
If Conor loses to Chandler, then Diaz fight could happen. But do
you think he'll generate interest and money though?
Yeah, because they both got celebrity where they can make that money. But if Conor beats if Conor wins his fight, he ain't ever getting Diaz. Diaz is never getting Conor in MMA. I just think, apart from a veteran fight like a Conor who doesn't fight that much, or someone like that,
Dustin.
Yeah, a Dustin. You got to fight somebody who's your level with experience and maybe on their way out at the same time.
I'll be honest. I think Dustin gives him hell.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Dustin kills him. So
Yeah.
if I'm Nate, I overlook it. I've made my money. I've got plenty of money. I can sit on that, or I just carry on with the boxing stuff. And I think you should carry on with the boxing stuff. Like as you said, he probably made quite a nice bit of money on the weekend. It actually got some good views. People were interested and watched.
Yeah.
So carry on with that. MMA is too dangerous now. There's too many good fighters there.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that, Luke?
Yeah, I think if he went back to the UFC, he'd get a shitty contract. He'll probably lose, but he'll probably lose in boxing as well. But
Make
got
more
to pay
money.
$500,000.
Yeah,
Got to pay $500,000 to fight Masvidal. Go rematch Jake Paul.
I thought they made a bit more than $500,000. I'll be honest.
Well, I think Diaz made $500,000 and Masvidal made $300,000.
I thought they'd have made more than that.
But I think that was their base.
Maybe that's their base, yeah, and then they get incentives on top of that. And
it tells you, if he wants to stick around in this particular area of boxing, then there probably still plenty of fights for him to have. Yes, he can rematch Jake Paul. You never know. He might box it. He might box someone else that we're going to talk about. You never know. There are fights for him available for him to get a shit ton of cash. He's not going to get hurt as badly as he would do in MMA. It's a win-win. It's a win-win. It is legalized bank robbing. That's what it is.
I mean, if he lost that fight, we've got $350,000. Yeah, he's apart unless he fights Conor or a big title fight. He ain't getting $300,000 for a win in MMA.
No way.
So it'd get 50 and 50 or something like that. So
yeah.
It'd be better.
No, he'd get more than that. I reckon he'd probably get 250 and 250.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think he'd get more than that.
I don't think he'd get close to that. I'd be lucky if he got 100 to 100.
You reckon he's a needle mover, though?
Nick Diaz only on 50-50. I read somewhere that Nick Diaz in his fight coming up is only on 50-50.
That'd be crazy if he is. But again, at the same time, he's barely fought.
You forgot who runs the UFC. You forgot which bald mega mind runs that.
Yeah, look, for Nick's career and where he wants to be, if say he goes, right, I'd love a contract with UFC, like 3-fight deal or something. Who's he fighting for 3 fights? That he ain't going to get absolutely smashed.
I'll be honest, I think the Dustin fight is a terrible fight for Nate.
Yeah, it's a terrible match.
Ripped apart. Conor fight makes sense because they're both inactive. Both the same size. It makes sense completely, but Conor doesn't need to really fight him. So
yeah,
I think I'm just glad he won because I hate Masvidal with all my passion. So I don't. Masvidal is a crook. So I'm glad he lost. So yeah,
I love.
You really don't like Masvidal? I can't lie. Masvidal's my guy, man.
He comes out like Scarface, but he's the biggest pussy I've ever seen.
Masvidal's my guy, man. So all right, so let's throw some names out. We've spoken about MMA for boxing. Take Jake Paul off the table. Who else would you guys maybe think of throwing him in there with? Would you think of your likes of your Logan Pauls, your KSIs? Would you
KSI it will be. I mean, KSI's got a handicap match coming up, ain't he?
Yeah, which is crazy again.
Yeah,
2 versus 1. If he comes through that unscathed, him and Nate Diaz would be a good one.
Him versus Tyron Woodley.
Yeah, Tyron Woodley. There's fighters out there. There's even some boxers they could fight. To be fair,
Julian Chavez Jr.
Yeah, Chavez Jr. is coming back, ain't he?
Yeah, Anderson Silva.
Yeah, Anderson Silva's there.
Like there are old veterans that are still available,
and they're all boxing now. They're not doing MMA anymore.
All right, guys. Maybe this is being worked on, and I'm not gonna sound like a genius here. Does someone with money need to put together like a league for these fighters and just make something happen here? or do some tournament.
like
with Saudi.
Like, surely, let's be honest, us old school fans, we would watch it.
Yeah, like a legendary championships. You could call
like
it. Like
they
can nick that name if they want. Actually, legendary championships.
Think of what we'd again. I suppose it's difficult because someone like Till, no disrespect to him, isn't going to be considered an MMA legend.
But he's doing the boxing. Mold, he could fit in that. He's a name, ain't he?
Yeah.
But if you put it in Saudi, you ain't got to worry about the like Vegas commissions and all that. You could just do it in Saudi, and you can make your own belts and
obviously Saudi's dream is to basically do the UFC version of boxing, where he basically buys all the promotions, have them all in rankings.
I think it's
basically
it's happening. It's happening.
All the commissions, which I think is needed, by the way. And if it takes Saudi to pump an endless amount of money, because we know boxing is not profitable. We know that, and Saudi have just got buckets and buckets and buckets of money that they could literally just piss in the wind.
What they need to do is buy the World Boxing Council. If they can buy the World Boxing Council, because I believe that's the OG only. That's the original.
Yeah.
So buy the World Boxing Council, and then just buy up the IBF, the WBA, the WBO. Get rid of it all, and you just have one belt, and that belt is every division. Like WBA for every division.
Jay,
as much
as I agree with you both, I never ever see that happening.
No, because there's too much money involved in everything else.
Not just that.
You think how much?
I don't think it's a money thing. I think it's a power thing by the different federations, because they can always sit, and plus some of the boxers won't be on board with it. Because again, no disrespect, some of the boxers will know I can go and pick up an IBF. I'm not winning the WBC.
Yeah.
But they can still call themselves a world champion.
When they win the belt, like an IBF, they get paid like they're like a full champion when you're not a champion. You've got a silver interim, super interim magazine, like whatever.
And they do silver champion and all that, don't they?
Yeah.
Like,
diamond champion, pride champion.
As much as I'd love to see that
happen,
boys,
champion.
I don't see it. I don't.
Oh hell no!
It could be a thing one day.
It ain't gonna be long.
I'll be honest. I'd actually be on board for that. It's not happening in Saudi. I'd actually be on board for that to happen rather than actual women getting hurt by men. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So but
when they sit fighting anyway, that's what I want to know.
Onto someone who went viral over the weekend. That is Darren Till. Darren Till.
About me then.
No. Again, boys, I'll be honest. I didn't even know Darren Till was fighting the weekend just gone.
Didn't know he was alive. To be absolutely fair.
I didn't know what he was doing. Man.
What a fall off! Like, if you talk about biggest MMA drop offs, and Darren Till is not towards the top.
Combat sport, general.
Like combat sport. Like, when he came into the UFC, he was this Don.
He was up here, wasn't he? He was up here.
Extraordinaire, despite the fact that you can't find any of his kickboxing footage, by the way. So we need to check whether or not that was actually real or not. Came in on the tear, had a couple of stinky fights, but ever since he got his clocked clean by Tyron Woodley and got tapped out, he has never been the same guy since. He's never been the same guy since. Obviously, got the knockout to Jorge Masvidal. I think he took a breather, came back, fought a scummy fight against Kelvin Gastelum, and then...
I actually think he was really technically good in that fight. I think he had to win that fight, so I think he played it safe.
Yeah, and obviously had that great fight with Robert Whittaker that literally went either way.
Yeah, that was a quality fight.
Then, fuck me, man.
His knees are gone though, innit? His knees are proper gone, apparently.
He was tipped to be the next big thing, wasn't he? The next one.
He was going to be like the next British champion out of the UFC. He was going to be basically the better version of Michael Bisping. But
picture this, boys. UFC went to London. Leon Edwards versus Gunnar Nelson was the co-main event, while Darren Till versus Masvidal was the main event. Leon Edwards got booed into the building and booed out the building. Darren Till got cheered and won his fight, then got the 3-piece and a soda after that by getting hit by Masvidal and was just seen as a laughing stock. Till came out of the fight with a knockout loss, but was still the most beloved UK fighter at the time. Now look where they both are. Leon is widely considered the best welterweight in the world and the champion, and Till's fighting with all due respect to nobody in boxing, which had little to no promotion and has only gone viral because of this brawl. But he did say to Ariel, he said, "Look, I'm at rock bottom. The only way is up." So
Yeah,
after him going viral, he could be on a resurgence. I don't know what you guys think.
It's weird, Darren Till, because he was the biggest English British MMA name out there, apart from Michael Bisping, weren't he?
Yeah,
and it was. I remember people talking about him like, "This is the next guy. This is the next guy." So a welterweight he was fighting at as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then he went out a middleweight, and because he had all the attributes and he was tall and rangy for a welterweight, and everyone was like, "Oh, this guy's the next one." And he looked great to start with, and then he just fell off.
Yeah.
He had his chin clocked twice, and then after that, it's like he didn't believe in himself. Like
I think discipline went as well.
He never looked after himself properly, did he?
No, he didn't. Discipline went out the window.
Still looks out of shape. Like even now, like Till when you're talking about fighting Logan Paul, Jake Paul.
They've also mentioned Luke Rockhold in boxing as well.
Yeah.
Mike Perry in boxing.
Yeah, Luke Rockhold. I think he was asked on Ariel's show about Mike Perry and bare knuckle, and he was like, "Fuck that! I'm not fucking fighting bare knuckle." Like, he's not fighting bare knuckle because he doesn't want to damage his pretty face. Can't get the
which makes sense. He's still young. Like, there's no point in him doing bare knuckle. And let's be real. With all due respect to Till, Mike Perry butchers him in bare knuckle.
Yeah, bare knuckle is. I think bare knuckle is starting to get a bit of a.
I like bare knuckle. I'm not gonna lie.
It's just not going to get the love it should do because it's bare knuckle.
Yeah.
For some reason, you put a bit of padding on it, it's okay. Take the padding off, or no.
Yeah. Well, here's what's crazy. I don't see padding on people's shins or feet and elbows.
No.
Like we saw Alex Pereira head kick Yuri's face off the other day. There was no padding on his foot. Like,
no, man. I mean? I'm just thinking UFC 1, they allowed shoes.
Yeah. Crazy, isn't it? So do you think Till's now going to sort of be in that misfits world, or do you think he makes a return to MMA in a year or two's time?
I think he takes himself extreme. This is Darren Till's problem. He thinks he takes himself too seriously.
Yeah.
He thinks he's something special and he's trying to find it again. Didn't he go to, is it Taipei or something like that?
Yeah, Tiger Muay Thai and got
to train there, and and then he was training other fighters and he's trying to find his.
He had the whole Hamzat thing as well, Smash Brothers.
Yeah, and he's trying to find himself. He's not come to terms with the fact that he's shit.
Oh, Jesus. Why do you put it like that?
That's what he needs to realise. He needs to look in the mirror and go, "Look, I'm not this guy." But I'll tell you what, let's get back into training and try and become a guy that I think I can, like, it's good enough to compete.
He's got 4 kids to feed, so he needs to start making some money. He's got 4 kids to feed. He needs to get fine.
Maybe that's the issue. Maybe he should zip it up.
He just said and done, Jay. I mean,
depends what she looks like.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sitting there with 3, bro, praying that we don't have a 4th. So
get yourself a dog. You'll have all the energy in the world. You know what I
mean? So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what he does next. I do like Till. I do like Till, but at the same time, I don't know where he kind of fits in the world of combat at the moment, and I don't think he knows either.
No,
be interesting to see what he does next.
Hey, go and box Jorge Masvidal. Go and box Nate Diaz. Why not? Go, just
yeah. What do you think about him versus Nate, for example, Luke?
Be great money. Be good money. It'd be very interesting to see, because I do think Till is very gun shy, when it comes to striking. Now, I do think that him getting KO by Masvidal, I still think if you ask him, does that knockout still play on your mind? I reckon he goes, yeah, I just can't stop thinking about getting KO by Masvidal in London.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Still think that plays on his mind, you know, because yes, losing the world title fight, yes, that happens, but I just don't think he's ever gotten over and getting knocked out in London. Don't think he's ever gotten over that, and you can tell he is a guy that's always worried about getting a knockout. And when that happens, you're more likely to lose because you're not willing to commit.
I think him and Masvidal's the fight to make.
Yeah, why not, man? Why not? Stick it on the Jake Paul undercard. Why not?
Two losers that have got nothing else going on in their lives.
Yeah, you're on fire today, Jay.
Just let them fight, man. Just let them fight. I think that does make sense, actually.
It does make sense.
Yeah.
They got history there, you know.
Maybe if Till wins the boxing fight against Masvidal, get them on to power slap.
Power slap, man. Power slap's going to overtake UFC in a few years.
No,
sorry, Dana. Sorry.
No, you actually think you will?
I've had a few emails, so I've got to be careful.
No way. No way. No, you've not.
No, I think power slap will overtake UFC because I think commercially, because I think I've been speaking to a lot of people about this recently, actually. A lot of people are getting really bogged down how crap MMA is at the moment.
Yeah, because then it's making it crap.
Yeah, and how boring it is. How boring it is. And power slap is a bit... Look, I don't like the sport, but when you watch it, it is quite fun. It's weird to say because it's shit. It shouldn't work, but it's actually quite fun because it is fun. It's shit fun, you know. It's like a really bad movie. It shouldn't, you know. You watch it, you're like, why am I watching this since I finished? And I watched the whole thing. What the hell? It's that.
And I just can't bring myself to watch it. Like I've actually tried, and I'm just like, oh no.
When I watch Paige Van Zandt get slapped. Oh, man.
Has she done her one yet?
Yeah, she won.
Oh, she did win, yeah.
Yeah, don't give a. Yeah, cool. She's a professional slapper now. Add it on the list.
Well, she's always been a professional slapper. But no, yeah. Say about it. I don't know what it is. Like, I sit there sometimes in the middle of the night, nothing to watch. And I put YouTube on. I've got a power slap, and I just watch it.
You honestly think it will take over?
I think it'll go big. I don't think it'll take over UFC, no, but I think it'll get bigger, and it should be. It has no right to be, but I think it will be.
No, the only reason why MMA is currently shit, why the UFC is shit, is down to one guy. It's down to one guy only, and that guy's
and it's down to Dana. White. And I don't even like power slap. You know, it shouldn't happen because there's a thing called concussion protocol that, you know, you shouldn't be allowed to fight someone with your hands behind your back. It shouldn't be the case. But
apparently, the Athletic Commission have said, like,
they didn't realise what it was. Yeah, they didn't realise what it was.
Did you not do your fucking research before?
No, Dana just lied to them, basically.
Like Russian power slap, Eastern Europe power slap. You should have seen what this was about.
That's better, by the way. It's just got
it is a lot better because they
actually got the money behind it, like power slap has got.
But
I think Dana's going to push more into power slap because
because he's passionate about it. Because the way he talks about it,
unless he's pretending he invented it as well. He's pretending he invented it as well.
Oh,
yeah.
And no one pulls him up on it. And no one pulls him up on it.
Well, no one pulls him up at these press conferences because of the way he lashes out, and then he kind of just shuts.
Look how he lashed out at John Jones. Looked how he lashed out at someone dared the question that John Jones should not be pound for pound number one, and Dana went on this rant.
Yeah, it was poor.
And I've never seen Dana look so more passionate as he does for a power slap.
I reckon you'll see someone like
any UFC card whatsoever, any UFC press conference is like, yeah, guys, this fight got a bonus tonight. Oh yeah,
it just doesn't seem like he cares.
What?
You watch people. I reckon they'll eventually go get people like Masvidal in it, stuff like that.
And the fact that you've got like
they pay as good as UFC as
Bisping,
well.
Like Michael Bisping sucking up the powers that I'm like, what?
Oh yeah, he's just on.
Oh, what? You're making me sick.
It does hurt me to see Bisping do it. I can't lie.
He rides Dana though, don't he? He rides
yeah,
Dana.
It does hurt me to see that.
But you know what, Bisping? Next time, yeah. How about you partake in it? Yeah. Yeah. How about you partake in it? Someone slaps you on the side when you've got no eye.
Knock his eye out.
Yeah, I was going to say he's not actually allowed to compete anymore.
He'll fly out.
I might get a double knockout.
Right. So moving on to the 145 division, and Aljamain Sterling has called out Diego Lopes, who recently fought Dan Ige on short notice, and has asked for the fight at the Sphere, which I believe is UFC 306.
Do it.
You guys, you like the fight, Jay? Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
I love it.
Do it. Go for
what about yourself, Luke?
I love it. I love it. I did not want to see Sterling versus Evloev. No way.
No, this is an exciting fight. Do it. Makes sense.
All right. So Sterling's currently ranked number 8 in the division, and where is
Lopes is still ranked quite low down.
Diego Lopes is ranked 12. Now, granted, it's a fun, exciting fight, but if you're Sterling, wouldn't you be trying to get someone higher in the ranking, like an Evloev, for example? And because if he beats Evloev or even Brian Ortega, he's effectively next in line for the title shot, isn't he?
I think it's because Lopes is at the moment the guy.
He's the hot prospect.
And if you beat the hot prospect, it boosts you more, don't it?
Yeah,
very true. Very true.
And that is exciting. If I put in the Sphere, it's such an easy thing to book, so that means it won't happen.
Yeah. And plus, I'm not gonna lie, right? Like, I don't want to see Evloev who is undefeated, but if I told you that he has all of his wins have come by decision,
yes,
and you're hoping at the Sphere, like it's going to be a one and done event, and you want to put sleepy fights on the card. Oh no! We need excitement. We need excitement and logical matchmaking. Yes, and this would be sort of logical because, as Jamie said, like when you beat the hot up and coming talent,
gives you a boost.
It gives you a boost. Unless your name's called Aljamain Sterling, then he could probably knock him out in 2 seconds, and then he'll just go.
Yeah, lucky punch probably.
Lucky punch.
Do you think Sterling can win the belt at 45?
No.
Obviously, my answer is going to be Jamaican in it, so I've got to do what I've got to do.
Yeah, I just think his strike and defense against the more elite fighters will not be good enough.
He'll never win a title ever again.
Yeah.
Do you reckon he stays at 45 for the rest of his career or goes back down to 35?
I think he stays at 45 now.
45. Especially when you're getting older, it's harder to drop.
It's hard to do the cut. Like, you don't blame him because, like, if he goes down to 35, you're only hindering Marab. I think they just won't fight each other.
Yeah, I think for him to get a title fight, if he could fight Lopes and beat him, probably puts him right up there.
Yeah, but against Jair, and then let's see how good that striking defense is against a Volk, a Yair, a Holloway, a Topuria.
Yeah.
But
right.
Wrestling.
Yeah, dude, boys, obviously Jamaican background and that, I'm gonna
got back him, man. Yeah.
Exactly. I got to back him. Right, awards time, guys. A little bit of fun. We're gonna look at some of the potential mid-year awards so far. So I've got knockout of the year, submission of the year, performance of the year, fighter of the year, and fight of the year. So I have got a few nomination ideas. So we're going to do it for male and female. And Jay, I'll be honest, over the last few months, you've been highly advocating, basically saying women's MMA is not where it should be, not because of the lack of talent, but because of the lack of promotion and the lack of matchmaking and proper matchmaking. Jay, I'll be real with you. Putting this show together, I struggled to fill nomination. So I'm just going to be real with you. I've given Kayla Harrison submission of the year for women. I've given her and Whaley performance of the year, and I've given her fighter of the year so far. I don't know if anyone disagrees, or because I can't think of anyone else.
No, it's. I'd say women's fight of the year might be the 2 Chinese girls.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah, on a good fight.
UFC 300. That was a fantastic.
That's the women's fight of the year. Kayla Harrison was submission. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. And everyone had to come at me. You know, it's not that they're bad fighters.
Yeah, guess who's headlining this week?
Not
Tracy Cortez and Rose Namajunas in Denver.
I actually think that'd be a good fight.
Be a good fight.
I hope so.
But barely promoted. Again, barely promoted.
It's like
Tracy
when
Cortez
these two are meant to be having a rematch, it's not even talked about.
Bro, like
well, Cortez said that Shevchenko might not be ready for the Sphere, and Cortez said that, well, if she beats Rose, then she wants to fight Grassabat at the Sphere.
Well, I know who's main event in the Sphere.
Sugar Sean.
Yeah,
Conor McGregor and Chandler.
No way. No way. We're not going to book the whole card on McGregor again.
That's the rumor.
So because they get screwed out the Sphere.
Because apparently McGregor can't fight in 2025 because of a movie and TV stuff.
Oh, is it?
So they need to do it this
McGregor
year
on the big screen, baby.
So they need to do it this year because of commitments he's got coming up in 2025.
Cool.
But they need to put on an extra pay-per-view, and they don't like putting on extra pay-per-views.
Yeah, it's logistically it's a nightmare for them to do that.
McGregor, I need to see you in Fast and Furious 11, my friend. I need to see you as a villain. I need it. Yeah, I need it.
He probably will be. Right. So here are the nominations for men's knockout of the year so far. Uzdemir versus Walker.
Oh, yeah. We're off to a good start.
Poirier versus Benoit Saint-Denis. Topuria versus Volk. Alex Pereira versus Jamal Hill, and Alex Pereira versus Yuri Baratzka. And Max Holloway versus Justin Gaethje.
It's Max Holloway.
Oh, jeez.
It's because it came from nowhere. You know, they were just going at it.
It's Max, isn't it?
It's the most exciting knockout I've ever seen.
It is the most exciting knockout because he didn't
lost myself
for the knockout.
Because I just went through it the last 10 seconds of the fight. You've never seen anything like it.
Hey, do you know that's his logo now?
Yeah. Oh, fantastic marking. All right. So what would you say second to that? Because I knew that one was going to win. What would you say second to that?
Pereira Hill, just for the laugh.
Yeah, just for the laugh. And plus that Hill is hella salty about it. Still.
Yeah, he was not helping himself, man.
Pereira got nut shotted and knocked a bloke out.
He just went... Yeah,
well, it actually didn't hit him. He actually admitted, said it didn't hit him, but he just wanted the referee to acknowledge it.
Yeah, all right.
Acknowledge me.
That makes it even better. It's Pereira. I think the Yuri, because Pereira knocks everyone out in it. So
yeah, the Yuri one was
the Yuri one.
Yeah,
he didn't need to follow up, and it was just he ended it with a head kick. That would have gone above it. But the fact that he needed to go in with a ground and pound.
Yeah, I mean, away from going off what you're saying, Luke, Topuria slept Volk and Uzdemir slept Walker. Bad.
Ilya sleeping Volk might be the one, you know.
Yeah, I think
that was. We were all stunned when that happened.
But then Volk got knocked out the fight before that as well. So it was a beautiful knockout.
It was indeed. All right, so Max gets it. Sub of the year, I've got two options. I've got Ortega versus Yair Rodriguez, and I've got Islam Makhachev versus Dustin Poirier.
Is there any other submissions apart from that stood out? I'm trying to think now.
Not high
knockouts this year.
Yeah. Not any that I can think of. I don't know if anyone in the chat can help, or not off the top of my head I can think of that were like really like wow.
The way Makhachev got Poirier down.
It's so inventive, man. People
and then put him into that submission.
Down as well.
I'll go with that. Just for the build up to it was just.
It was a desperation grab of the ankle as well. It was desperation.
It was phenomenal. I'm going to say this here. Makhachev could end up being most people's favorite fighters by the end of next year.
Hey, his trash talk is hella underrated, you know.
Not just that. everyone looks at him and goes, "Oh, he's Dagestani. He's boring." He is not boring.
No, it's both exciting.
He's one of the better strikers on.
Like
TV.
he can like he knocked Charles down with strikes and then finished him on the ground with subs. He knocked out Volt with a head kick. He
And there were
flipping
points where he
ankle
was
sweat.
outdoing
Poirier.
him on the feet.
I do need Makachev to fight younger guys, though. I ain't gonna lie.
No, I hear that.
Yeah.
But
I think that's
in
more
terms of
down to where the
excitement,
division's at.
he is. I think he's extremely underrated in trash talk. I think he's underrated as a fighter. I think people
It's just one guy that's
a
better.
wrestler.
It's just one guy that's better.
Yeah.
Who?
Huh?
Who?
Pereira.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I thought you meant
Yeah.
that lightweight. I was about to go.
The man.
Go who?
I think we all know his fighter.
I'm going Islam with that because to pull that out of the fire, and even in that round, in that fifth round, it looked as though he was starting to fade, and Dustin could have potentially got a stoppage.
Yeah, he started getting on top, if we remember rightly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he just that
the takedown
move
and the
getting
build up
down.
to it.
Yeah,
You can't get better
immense.
than that. Can't get better than that.
All right, performance of the year. I've got Max versus Gaethje, Pereira versus Yuri, and I've got O'Malley versus Chito Vera.
Oh. If you think of other options, can we chuck it in?
Yeah, of course you can, bro.
Just trying to think to anyone that really. I'll go. This is an underrated shout. Even though he lost, I would have gone Steve Ursig versus Alexander Pantoja.
Shout.
It's when that you were. I don't think that you were here.
Shout.
Yeah, it's the one we watched along, wasn't it?
Yeah, because that's one that we was watching because
it was we had it 3-2 to we had Pantoja lose that, didn't we?
Yeah, Pantoja lose that 3-2. And the fact that he escaped with it, I think that was one of the more impressive performances. Even though he lost, I think he gained a lot of fans based on that. Because I think when we did the preview, we were like, yeah, Pantoja Ursig, yeah, light work for Pantoja. He's got everything's coming together. And then just on fight night, just something didn't click for Pantoja because I thought Ursig was, I don't like to use the word robbed, but I felt like he was very hard done by to not leave with the belt.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. That's a great shout, actually. Pereira Yuri for saving the whole card. 2 weeks notice.
I just the difference between the first fight and the second fight was night and day. Like Yuri couldn't even get close in the second fight.
Yeah, Yuri said he had staph infection, didn't he?
Hey, fighters getting staph infections.
Yeah, he's come out. Have you heard that?
No, I didn't.
Yuri came out. I think it was yesterday or the day before. Luke, that he said he had a staph infection going into that fight.
Oh, it's a shame.
I don't think it would have mattered personally.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm just looking back at the old cards to see if anyone jogs my memory.
I think those are the only ones. I think for me,
Duplessis was this year.
That would go in fight. I mean, fight of the year potentially. That was a dog fight. I wouldn't say that was performance of the year though. I think O'Malley, he lit up Vieira.
I would say O'Malley beat Vieira, yeah. Because we did expect that.
Not that easy.
I did expect him to win,
but
not like that. Like it was a washout.
Have you started that question at the bottom? Start that, Cal. That's a good question.
Yeah, I'm going to. Yeah, it's one of the next ones. And then fighter of the year for men is only one, isn't it?
It's
Sporting, isn't it?
It's only one.
Done already, ain't it? 6 months into the year and it's done.
Yeah. And the thing is, he's probably going to fight again this year.
Yeah, I think.
I expect to see him towards the end of the year.
Yeah, I expect.
We say the end of the year. I wouldn't be surprised.
Next week.
Yeah. Well, when did he fight? June.
You know what he should do?
He could fight September and then December.
Yeah.
You know what he should do, guys? He should go because he's already back in the gym. He said, "Hey, yeah, I'm supposed to fight on that Perth card, you know." What? But Izzy's headlining it. Yeah, don't give a fuck what Izzy thinks. I'm headlining this motherfucking card, and if he's got a problem, then he can come and see me. Come to daddy.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw him in September and then December.
I think he has one more defense of his title and then he fights John Jones next year. I don't think Aspinall's fighting John Jones.
No. I tell you again, Pereira is knocking out Ankalaev and calling it right now.
Yeah.
He knocks out Ankalaev and he calls out John Jones. That's what he's going to do.
Do you know what he should go? Hey, John Jones, come to daddy.
Here's the thing. I think Pereira. I think there's 2 fights left in that division. Ankalaev is one, and I know I keep on saying it. Khalil Roundtree is the other, but Khalil just needs to get
Roundtree.
Yeah, Roundtree needs to stay off the sauce, you know.
Yeah. Well, no, he got his ones were tainted. To be fair, his ones were proven to be tainted, but that would be. I mean, if anyone can match his brutality, it is Khalil Roundtree.
It would be violent.
Podolskis' knee was brutal.
Oh my goodness, one of the most brutal things I've seen in my life.
Yeah, look, Roundtree's just violence, but
yeah,
he's sort of perfect for Pereira, though.
I know.
That's the problem.
Pereira just like,
but you know what Pereira does, yeah? Pereira, have you noticed that Pereira doesn't really get hit?
No, he doesn't, because he leans back and.
But you know, in the Matrix when they do bullet motion,
yeah,
it's really slow. That's Pereira, but in reality, he's going like this, but we just can't see it. It's just really slow. It's like that.
It's really straight. You know, it's like his back so straight when he strikes as well.
Yeah,
and he just goes.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
It's over.
Yeah,
and it's over.
Oh! you see Venus, and then Joe Rogan goes, "Oh, he's down. It's over."
For someone who don't speak English, he's the biggest star in that company.
Absolutely, and he makes it look easy as well.
Yeah, love the guy.
All right, that's the awards then. Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. Great question here from MMA Originalist 1990 says, "Hi gents, cool show. I have a question for you. If cross promotion existed in MMA at the highest level, what's your thoughts on a fight between Vadim Nemkov and Alex Pereira?" All right, so I know you shouldn't use MMA maths, but Yuri beat Nemkov. We just saw what Pereira did to Yuri.
No, Prochazka beat Nemkov.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anyone who's beating Pereira right now.
Yeah,
I think Prochazka knocked out Nemkov, or it was either Nemkov knocked out Prochazka.
No, Yuri beat Nemkov.
And everyone who's saying that he fights a wrestler is going to get taken down, the man improves with grappling every fight.
That's why he trains with Glover, man.
It's just, I don't even know. I think he beats every heavyweight as well.
Oh,
I'm that high on him. I think he beats every heavyweight as well.
Tommy Aspinall.
Yeah, I think it blows him out.
I think the way sometimes that Tom Aspinall see that chin wanders a little bit. Like he got caught in the fight with Pavlovich.
Yeah.
So early on, he got stunned ever so quickly. I'm thinking, if that's
he was
Pereira.
only on 2 weeks. That was only on 2 weeks' notice, and he didn't train because he hurt his back.
Yeah, I just feel with Pereira. I think Pereira's the hardest hitting fighter in the world. He's not going to break any machine.
Ngannou.
I think he hits harder in Ngannou.
I mean, technically, Pereira did actually break the record on that punching thing.
There you go. It's scary.
Well, we've got our theory about him in it, Jay. Like,
the man's
he's
not normal. He's not normal. What he's done in UFC is embarrassed Dana White.
Yeah,
because Dana White and Joe Rogan
both was like, I thought he was going to come in and be like other kickboxers.
Yeah, and guess who the UFC have just signed?
The person that beat him, right?
The person that last beat him. The person that last beat him.
Are we seeing the Izzy Pereira cycle? Like,
the thing is, Pereira's never shat on him though. He's never deliberately gone out of his way to diss him.
He did send a warning, basically saying, "Be careful, brother." Which, when someone says that, when someone goes, "Be careful, bro," like you kind of take a pinch of salt. When Pereira says it, you go, "Yeah, I'm gonna be careful. I'm gonna be careful." So I'll be interested to see what happens with that. I really will. I really, really will. Before we go though, just want to shout out to a couple people in the comments. Shout out to CJ, shout out to Franklin. Balance is key. Shout out to Imran as well, who's also bigging up Misha Tate. Big up yourself.
And so he should as well.
Yeah. If you haven't already, guys, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, but most importantly, go and subscribe to Jamie's channel and Luke's channel. Jamie is going live straight after this as well. So when this ends,
I'm not. It's going to be the afternoon now.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Shake's just come up, so.
Okay, cool. Well, tomorrow afternoon, Jamie will be going live, so you can have a little sleep and then be ready for that, people. So make sure you are there for that.
As well. I'm going to hurt people.
Oh dear.
Just give the people a preview, Jay. What's that show going to be about?
Oh yeah, well, I'm going to be talking about FSG buying Bordeaux, and people keep crying about it, and I'm going to put them in their place. So yeah.
Such a
and this is not me being an FSG whatever. It's just speaking facts.
Yeah, I hear it. Luke, I know you've been busy and stuff, but when do you reckon you'll be back, bro? The people
I'll probably be back at some point this week. Leon's dropped some comments about saying that he'll welcome a fight with Islam, but only if he gets a shot going the other way.
Yeah,
which is fair enough, and maybe a touch on Stipe because Stipe's been drinking the Dana Kool-Aid.
Yeah, Stipe was a bit
Has
cheeky.
What
Here's
did
the
he
thing,
say?
though. I don't think anyone's annoyed with Stipe in this whole situation. Stipe is just an opportunistic
Stipe's
person.
basically saying that we're not holding up the division. Basically, I'm thinking,
I
hold on,
heard that, yeah.
Stipe
Wait a
isn't
minute.
holding up the division, though. It's Jones. Jones and Dana are holding up the division, and Jones and Dana are the ones who made this decision. It's not Stipe's fault.
Stipe's not the champion. It's John Jones.
Yeah, Stipe's not doing anything wrong at all. I don't actually think anyone's annoyed with Stipe per se. I think the annoyance is with Jones and Dana. Getting a gift, whether he cashes in or not.
Please, I swear to God. If
Stipe beat John Jones, Jesus Christ.
If Stipe beats Jones,
I'm waking up this neighborhood. I'm popping bottles of alcohol I've got in my fridge for this moment.
But boys, I just want to taper your expectations.
It would be mad.
It's going to get smoked within 3 minutes of that fight.
Yeah, true.
Oh, it is. We all know it is, but we can live and dream. Do you know what I mean?
It's the hope it kills.
We can live and dream.
We will see. But no, people, thank you so much for joining. Jay, Luke, as always, thank you so much for doing this. Much appreciated. We'll be back very soon. I've got some video ideas coming out very soon as well. So we'd love to see what you guys think of them when they drop as well. So people, until we see you next time, thanks for joining the Sanderson Show. Subscribe to Luke and Jay's channel. Until we see you next time, take it easy, everyone.